Friday. Getting at it.
You're
what?
You're a bit of a weirdo sometimes.
That's okay.
Like a cute weirdo. I like you. Like I like you. It's cute.
Thanks. I just want to congratulate you because you did, and you crushed a 5-day challenge. What did you learn?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What did you learn? What was your takeaway? What did you feel? What was a lesson or two?
Like what I talked about this morning about you win the night before.
You win the night before.
Oh, it's hard to say that because you've been saying that to me for months.
No. Don't hear my voice.
You've been saying it to me for months.
You have your own proof. You have your own lesson.
Last night I did not. So every morning in my free challenge, they give us the night before.
So it's a workout challenge, 5-day workout challenge.
Private Facebook group, and they post three workouts, free workouts, and you pick one, and then you do it and then I do it the next morning. And so every night I have watched the video, skipped through to make sure, like, okay, I think I can do that, or at least I can modify it, because I've
all about the mods.
I've recently discovered that I've recently been told by my doctor that I have arthritis in my knees.
Getting that age, eh?
I have old lady knees, and so they're very painful though. And so, so I pick a video. Okay, I think I can do this, and then I've done it in the morning, and I've been able to do all of them right through. I follow the modifier, and sometimes I modify the modifier, but I finish it. But this morning, because I didn't prepare last night, and then I got to bed late, I just picked one, and I was like, for sure I'm not going for a run, because one of the options was to go for a run outside. And then
a jog.
I picked something else, and then I was like 5 minutes in, I'm like, I can't do this. This is all knees. So then I picked a different one that was dancing. And so 15 minutes into that one,
you had to switch.
I was like,
So your lesson is prepare.
I'm taking the dog for a walk.
I beat today by what I do last night.
100% sleep is so important to me. And
sleep and apparently water.
Sleep has typically not been something, like, I've not been a good sleeper. So I have drank far too much caffeine in my life, and then have had a really hard time sleeping. Stopping caffeine by 2 p.m. I sleep better. Plus, even like before 2 p.m., I'll have a maximum of like 3 coffees.
Do you find that is a trait of the codependents, the excitaholics with excessive adrenaline?
Maybe.
Sleep patterns, but any addiction has horrible sleep patterns.
So sleep, I've really had to address my sleep in the last several years. And so it's like really important that I'm not on my phone before I go to bed. So my phone gets plugged in a different room, and
got to get that melatonin going.
Yeah. And so just all these things that I've implemented. And so, but now, like, the more, because I'm a couple years into like good routines, at least trying to implement good routines for the most part, I really notice it. Like 2 nights of getting to bed late, and I'm gonna suffer. And I'm not just gonna like be tired and drag. I'm gonna be like short-tempered. Everything's gonna feel like a big deal.
You're gonna punch me.
No. No, but so things that seem completely unrelated, I have recognized are related to not sleeping, not getting enough sleep. So things that I, like, and things that I would normally think like are outside, like people, places, things that are bothering me, or that's a problem, but it's their problem. No, actually, it's me inside. I'm the problem because I didn't get enough sleep.
I'm proud of you. Way to go for your 5-day challenge. So all of the efforts that you've made in your recovery in your life in the last couple of years have brought you to dominate a 5-day challenge. Good for you. Way to go. I'm proud of you.
I was just remembering
the good work.
How many times when I'm like either on this podcast or in these videos, or in like when we're speaking and I'm speaking somewhere, I will make a reference to my physical health and how I don't take care of my physical health, or I'll like use in a like talk analogy, like about, when you're practicing, like, or you're working out and you need to get strong and you need to push through, and then I have to like say, well, but I don't do that. I've never done that.
You know when you do that. Not me,
but I'll use it as an example of like, well, but I've heard this is how you train.
And now you can use that now.
And so what I've realized is I should actually try to do that, you know? And it's easy for my head, my brain to think, but I'm not strong. Like I get injured all the time, or my knees really hurt. My feet hurt. Like my knees hurt, my feet hurt. And this, I can feel the rest of my body where it's sore. Like I can feel where my muscles are sore. And I want to like, yeah, but this is different. Like my feet hurt. Like I've actually got my doctor to check me for lupus because that's a symptom of lupus. And I was like, I have pain in my feet all the time, always, like for years.
Okay, we're getting too far into the story.
That's not an excuse. That's not valid, actually, for me to not work out. And so what's changed in my thinking is actually, if I push through this, like at a low level, like by pushing through, it doesn't mean like kill myself. Like it doesn't mean like push through the pain. It just means like keep doing low level, moderate level. Don't think that you have to be like them, but just do something. Eventually it's going to start to get better. And so you have to like, I need to remind myself that like I need to keep doing it until I start to see things.
And I'm trying to do the reading thing, and
easier.
I broke my
1 day streak.
1 day. I broke my streak
of reading.
I looked at my book at bedtime, and it was past our bedtime because we were babysitting.
Yeah, we were out late.
Yeah, we were out too late, and I was like, I looked at the book, and I thought of my streak going, and I was like, I'll pick it up today.
I don't know that it needs to be that kind of thing. No, I don't think that it has to be every day. It's just like, oh, I'm going to
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, pick up my book. Try to do it every day. But when you don't, it's not like you take your multivitamin, you know, like if you forget your multivitamin, that's okay. Just take it the next day.
It's a streak is a streak, though. You know.
Oh, yeah.
I broke the streak.
I like
1 day, even if it's 1 day. You have a 5-day streak going on. High five. All right. Oh my goodness. Let's get into our morning devotional. This is a concept of life and recovery. And we just hope that we would call this a contemplative meditation, where we actually talk about a topic of spirituality and recovery and bring this throughout our day. So let's get right into it. August the 27th. Oh my goodness. I saw leaves changing. It's getting into September.
Just read.
Okay. An interesting exercise, and one well worth a few moments of reflection, would be to consider the exact meaning of the phrase to take offense. Take offense. These words described an act of willingly taking into ourselves a hurt we feel somebody intended to inflict on us. We take offense. We don't have to take it. We are free to refuse to be hurt by a spiteful remark or malicious action. So the whole matter really rests with us. The choice of accepting or rejecting an offense is ours alone. Here's today's reminder. It may not be easy at first, but if I keep reminding myself that I will not permit myself from being hurt by what anyone says or does, it can bring about an amazing change in my attitude and disposition. Wherever I feel I am being hurt by someone, I will silently refuse to take offense or take any action to retaliate. What a relief it will be to have such incidences vanish into thin air, leaving not a mark on me. I will not accept offense. I will not accept offense. What can words do to me unless I take them to heart? Take offense.
I have so many opinions about this.
I have so many. My thought is it really a choice when we take offense, or is it the fear and the insecurity and the self-pity driving us that we are so easily offended and we just take them on, not by choice, but by wounding and spiritual condition?
I would say yes in both, because I've seen that I have had the choice in many circumstances, in many environments. I can choose not to be offended. Like it's something actually that I'm fairly good at for the most part, except I would say with you. I would say that the fear, there is fear and hurt underlying a lot of how I've lived my life. And then self-pity and insecurity really come into play. And I've really seen that over the last...
Do you want to talk why? Because it's not just a you and me thing. It's an addiction cycle thing with codependency and addiction. Do you want to unpack that like really quickly?
Spiritual...
No, I'm just saying, like, so the codependent is the one that is fixing and controlling, and through that relationship of the addict, then the addict becomes the God.
No, because it's not even it's not even just with the addict. In my life, how you treat me and how you respond to me is very much like, I need you to treat me a certain way. I need you to respond to me in a certain way in order for me to be okay. And I need like my life to work out the way that it's supposed to, like the world is supposed to. And I never really saw this or admitted it, but everything needs to work out. And so people should want to be my friend. People should
respect you,
honor me, love me. You should only ever say generous, kind, loving things to me. And if you don't, I will hold on to it.
I like how you described once you had an offense.
So that's thing, like, where often I'm like really good at like putting that down. Like I feel like in many circumstances and in many areas, I've been really good at like, somebody says something and I'm like, that's about them. Like, that's actually me. I'm not even going to let that, whatever. Like, and I was pretty proud of myself for being able to put stuff down and not carry it. I think really agree with that. Taking offense. Like, you pick that up and you put that on like a backpack. Like, and
I think when we are starting to be defined by our relationship and our spiritual connection with God, and that's what makes us okay, then we're not as easily offended by the world around us. And I love that imagery that you painted about this fence. I have this fence, and when I'm disconnected from God, it has a wide circumference, and I'm easily offended. It's an offense. You offend me all the time.
And the fence is protecting me. And
self-protection.
I don't need to protect myself. Like, I don't actually need a fence to protect me.
We quit fighting.
Because most of the world is not out to get me. It's not actually...
There is an enemy that is out to get you.
Right.
And that's God's job, the battle, and we remain in the victory. And so we have victory in the life that God has set out for us. The table, if you will, in Psalm 23. And we are victorious. Here's my last thing. Okay. I know that when I go throughout a day and I can count how many idiots I see in a day while I'm driving, while I'm thinking, while I'm engaged in my home life. How many idiots I see, that's how disconnected from God I truly am. And so my offense, when I take offense, it's actually being disconnected from God.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good
And it's true. For me, like, we react very differently. I'm more like internal, poor me. I get full of self-pity and sadness and insecurity. And you react maybe a little more, what an idiot. You're a little like, but it's the same thing at the root, I think. It's that same thing at the root of like me trying to play God. This is who I am, and this is how you should treat me and how you should see me. And then we react out of that.
So think of the offense. Think of how many idiots you see in a day. Think about how insecure or full of self-pity. Those are all taking offenses. And only God can truly make us, that connection with God can only truly make us okay. And so I don't get offended with the world around me if God is speaking and I'm totally connected to God. Leave you with that. Beautiful weekend. It's a beautiful day. Keep the peace. Be of good behavior and wash your hands. Keep a hockey stick apart. Like, what are all the rules now? I don't even know. But